Hello YouTube! Right, today's video, what we're going to do, we're going to take a look at my Flowerhorn, Stroppy. Because in the comments below, I've had quite a few times, people keep saying, why don't you show Stroppy on the videos? So today, we're going to show Stroppy, we'll do him a water change, and also we've got the Haitiensis. We'll have a quick look at the Haitiensis. So we'll make it up as we go along. We're going to look at the Flowerhorn, the Black Nasty, Haitiensis. So shut up waffling, Woods, and let's get on it. Right, today's video is going to be based on Stroppy. Come on, Stroppy, turn round, mate. Yeah, so I'm constantly asked, why don't you give Stroppy more airtime? So today's Stroppy, it's your turn. We're going to do some feeding, but we're not doing the feeding right away because I've just done a monster water change. I'll show you how much water I like to change in Stroppy's tank because Stroppy is in a relatively small aquarium. Now, I want to show you something. Can you see that? Can you see that? I'm going to get it in focus. Now that's in focus. Now people will say to me, now your fish has got a disease, it's got something wrong with it. But look at that, it's black and white. And what colour's the substrate? Black and white. I've had this many a time with, let's get that back in. There it goes, look. I've had this many a time with Flowerhorns. Obviously, they're like a Frankenstein man-made fish. And they have rolls of fat and everything. It's got a double chin. It's got a big fat double chin, ain't you, Stroppy, mate? Yeah, so if I put sinking food in the tank, he will suck up the gravel. He'll suck up the gravel and get little bits stuck in a little pocket of skin he has there, but nothing to worry about. Once I even took a pair of scissors to it and chopped the skin off, but it regrew back exactly the same. So now I just leave him to it. He ain't bothered. When he'll eat, sometimes when he blows back after he's crunched the pellets up, that sack will empty. We'll have a look later. Anyway, yeah, so people are telling me, why don't you feature Stroppy on your videos? But a bit more often. Everybody loves, well not everybody, a lot of people love the Flowerhorns, don't they? But there's a reason why Stroppy doesn't get a lot of airtime. And if I tell you the truth, people will hang me up. Some people will agree entirely, and some people will hang me from a lynch by the neck. Anyway, I'll tell you why. Yeah, I'll tell you why. I've got to be honest. On this channel, about honesty. No bullshit, just honesty. Yeah, I'll tell you why, because to be honest, he's my least favourite fish in my whole collection of fish. And I've got some, I'll tell you, I've got loads. But he's got a character, but he's my least favourite fish. Anyway, probably some of that might be to do with like, why do people find it acceptable to keep Flowerhorns in small aquariums? So I have to struggle with him. I have to do massive water changes. I'll show you the water change in a minute. I had to do massive water changes because he's in a small aquarium. He's only in a probably 55 gallon tank, and that is a very small aquarium for like a 12-inch fish, what's really fat and chunky. So like, say your red devils, your chanchos, you know, like all of the Amphilophus and your Parachromus snake, you're going to want to give them 120 gallons. So why is it, do people accept keeping a Flowerhorn in a 50-gallon tank? That's animal cruelty. And probably I'm guilty for that as well. It's going to eat the same amount of food. In fact, they'll probably eat more. And give off the same amount of waste. So, yeah, really they need far larger aquariums what people actually give them. Anyway, don't I waffle on a bit? So this fish is 5 years old. He's looking a bit stressed now. He's got a bit dark in the tail. Yeah, he's 5 years old. And, you know, that's not too bad because the Flowerhorns have a shorter lifespan than most cichlids. You know, like a normal cichlid would have a 10 to 15 year lifespan, but the Flowerhorns are a lot shorter. Anyway, shut up waffling Woods. Let's show you how much water I have to change on this tank because it's so small. I have to change the water, that much water, his head's sideways on the bottom and his head's sticking out the top. Anyway, let's show you the water change and then we'll let him settle. Right, that's the water change done. That didn't take long, did it? Hey, keeping your Flowerhorn in a 50-gallon tank for 40 seconds tank maintenance once a week. Yeah, so anyway, I'm just joking, like. Yeah, so I take it down so he can't stand up straight. So that must be like about 66 to 75% water change. Anyway, well, I'm going to give him a good feed, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I never like to feed me fish after a big water change. It does them good to have a starving day. So today's Stroppy is your starving day. You'll be full of it tomorrow after all that lovely clean water and a day with no food. He'll be full of it. Right, before we get on with feeding Stroppy, his tank's all settled now, we'll just have a look at the Haitiensis. This is Vera. She's looking nice and black. Oh, she's beautiful, isn't she? Yeah, she's looking nice and black. That's Vera. And here's Jack. He's looking good. So this is, in my fish room, this is only a 4 foot by 18 by 18 tank. So it's time for me to move these on. So hopefully these will be going shortly. Anyway, let's give them some food. And then we'll have a look at the other pair. Let's give them some food and then crack on. Right, I've got a nice big earthworm here. But to be honest, I haven't been feeding these many earthworms, so he probably don't know what it is. But he'll know what it is once he gets a taste of it. So we'll come on, Jack. Turn around. We're going to drop it in the corner here. There it goes in. He's got the taste of that. Poor old Hilda didn't get any. Once I get the taste of worms, I was imagining it'd be the same with crickets and that. Once I get the taste of proper food, what they'll probably eat in the wild, there's no stopping them. Oh, look at them, doing what Haitiensis do. She can hold her own, she can. He'll not get the boss of her. When she's spawning, bloody hell, she don't have to rip into him. There they go. They're always doing that. They spend nearly all day doing that. But look there, there's a fry there. A fry from the last spawning. I thought I caught them all, but obviously I hadn't. Let's get some more food in. Yeah, another worm. See, now he's interacting with it. Now he knows what it is, don't you? Don't you, Jack? Come on, Vera, you've got to be quick. Let's get it in the corner. Oh, good. Female got it. Vera got that one. That's lovely. That'll do her the world of good. I'll give him another couple of worms. Then I'll give him some pellets. So I've got to move on because I drag these videos out miles too long. And I could never imagine why someone would want to watch right until the end. So this is Jack and Vera, the Haitiensis. We'll have a look at Stan and Hilda. But this pair is going to have to go because I'm running out of tank space. I always like to have 2 or 3 empty tanks. I've got empty tanks for my breeding projects. Anyway, shut up waffling. We'll give them another worm and move on. Right, they've ate them worms, so now I'm going to put a handful. Look at her flaring up at him. She's soon puts him. I'm getting tongue twisted. She soon puts him in his place. Come on in this corner. I waggle my finger. I always waggle my finger in. There's the pellets going in, look. So they're all tucking into them pellets. That's a good sign. If they'll eat the worms and still take the pellets after that, I always think that's a good sign. If you overfeed them on treats, when you put the pellets in, they'll turn the nose up. Anyway, I think we've done enough of this tank. We'll have a look at the other Haitiensis, Stan and Hilda. Right, now we're at Stan and Hilda's tank. We're going to get on with feeding Stroppy shortly, I promise you. So now we're at Stan and Hilda. This is the Haitiensis pair what I'm going to keep for myself. All the Haitiensis what I've got are all homebred by myself. I've currently got a tank full of fry growing on, like ready to. I'll be selling them. So yeah, anyway, let's. I'll get on. I'm going to try my tripod. I don't know how to use tripods. I'm going to try my tripod, and give them a good old feed. So this is Stan and Hilda. Stan the man. Like I say, he's in a 5 foot tank, and he's growing quite nicely, a bit bigger than one what I showed you earlier. He's about probably about 12 or 13 inches now, but he's got a long way to go. I've been keeping Haitiensis for over 10 years now, and I've grown them up to 17 inches. Anyway, shut up waffling. Let's get it on the tripod. Right, I've got it on the tripod now. I don't normally use a tripod, so we'll see how this one goes. So, say this is the same again. Well, he's reacting. I don't do the earthworm. He must have a good memory. It's very rare I do the earthworm. I should do it more often, really. Let's get this one in. Go on, Stan. Yeah, oh, Stan's got that one. I better be quick and get another one in. So, Hilda gets one. But I bet, oh, look at Hilda. Come on, Hilda. Get one. Put up that end. Oh, no. He's got both of them. I better get another one in quickly. Come on, love. You need a nice treat as well. Hey, he's getting them all into. Blooming heck. Let him munch them down. I better put some sinking pellets in. So, like this tripod thing. I don't know if it's better doing it on the tripod or doing it free-handed. Anyway, yeah, so, what was I saying? Yeah, I've been keeping Haitiensis for over 10 years now, and I've grown them up from fry right up until 16 and 17 inches. So I hope Stan eventually gets to that size. But my Haitiensis never, ever, ever seem to get knuckle humps. I don't know what that's all about, but I do like the Haitiensis what have the black face. They have the lovely long flowing fins and the lovely white, but I do like the black face. Come on, Stan, we'll try a couple of pellets now, the old sinking pellets. Now, come on, Hilda, she'll get the pellets. But I really would have liked her to have a treat. Anyway, where we at, like, in the early days when I used to breed these Haitiensis, the first ones I used to breed, if anybody's followed my channel for the last years, Brutus and Muttley used to produce fry what were quite difficult to raise, and quite a lot of the fry used to bloat. But these, Stan and Elder, all the fry, they never bloat, and they always survive. So I don't know what that's all about. People say it's to do with the diet, water temperature, stress, but I don't know what it is. But I think genetics might play a big part. These two produce good, strong, healthy fry. Right, let's get another worm in. I want this female to get a worm. Chuck one up that end. Oh, he's going to get the whole lot. Well, I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to do this later when you lot are not watching. Come on, girl, get one. Oh, she still ain't got one. Anyway, I can't sit here all day filming these. We're going to go and film Stroppy, because you'll get fed up with me waffling on. And yeah, that's the video was supposed to be about Stroppy. Right, we've moved over to Stroppy's tank now. It's time for his feeding. And he's had his big water change. He's had his fasting day. He's absolutely Hank Marvin, ain't you, Strop? Hank Marvin. I want him to turn round and show you. You remember at the beginning when I showed you that little sack? Can you see that little sack now? Probably not. But it's empty. It's empty. There, you can see that little piece of skin underneath his gill. That had the substrate in it earlier. If anybody's watched this video this far, God help you. So yeah, so that's what I was talking about in the beginning. Anyway, you're going on too long, Woods. Get it back on the tripod and give Stroppy some feeding. Right, I'm going to start off by giving him some Pleco wafers. You probably know, like, over this last recent times, I've really got into these Pleco wafers. Because I do think, it doesn't matter if you're fishing a predator fish or not a predator fish. I do think we're most lacking in the vegetable matter, in the diet. So, since I've been feeding more algae, the fish seem to love it and thrive better and show better colours. Anyway, I'll give them a couple of Pleco wafers and then we'll try the old earthworms. So, yeah, so here we go now with the algae wafers. Come on, Stroppy, mate. There, you missed it. He's missed one, it's down there. Now he's going to get that little sack full of... come on, mate. I'll put another one in. There it goes. It's so clumsy, the Flowerhorn. The swim so clumsily. But like I said, giving them a good algae in the diet, I reckon it does them the world of good. There we go, you've seen that one. Then this is going to be interesting. Like he's spitting all the substrates out. I can already see it. We'll focus on that later. I can already see that little sack filling up with the stones. Yeah, but he's loving that algae. That'll do you the world of good, mate. So let him munch that down, and then he can have his treat. He can have an earthworm. I'll put you on pause. Right, is that? So we'll try with the worms now. Come on, Stroppy, this is your little treat. I'm going to tease him with it. There he goes. He knows it's coming. Come on, Strops. There he goes up. Oh, come on, he's bit that straight in half. They've got quite sharp teeth, haven't they? I'll give him a stroke. He's munching on that worm. There's one on the bottom there. That's going to fill his little gravel sack up again, isn't it? Anyway, let him get that down in. Come on, Stroppy. Give him a good old stroke. Like, I can understand why people absolutely love these Flowerhorns. Come on, there he goes, another one. Yeah, you love the Flowerhorns. It's definitely a wet pet, isn't it? We talk about the Amphilophus and the Parachromus and all these Central American cichlids, and they're all lovely wet pets, but a Flowerhorn's brain dead. It's a mixture, a Frankenstein fish, a mixture of all them fish put together in the body, and blooming heck, the character of him is unreal. Come on, mate. Look at that worm. I missed. Come on, I'm going to tease you. Chase it. There we go. Come on. He's not so fast and swift as he was when he was a young lad. He's not, but you still got to love him, haven't you? I did say earlier he wasn't my favourite fish in the collection, but he's different to what I'm used to. Different to what I'm used to. I normally keep the normal American cichlids. Go on. Anyway, I'm waffling on it. Anyway, I'll let him munch them down. Soon be time to wrap this one up, isn't it? He's a big old guy though. I'll put him against the glass. Can you see? So, I mean, my hand is quite a big hand. Hope that shows up on there. My hand is quite a big hand. This fish is a good 12 inches, but it's not just the length, it's the thickness and girth of him. Well, I'm going to let him digest that worm, not digest it, munch that worm up and swallow it up, and then we'll give him one more, then we'll have to wrap it up. Right, is it then there? Like Stroppy's only a low-grade Flowerhorn, like he's not too far removed from, say, a trimac and a probably Sinspillen. So, like, maybe that's why he's living okay, because like 5 years, the more expensive Flowerhorn he got, I've known people spend loads and loads and loads of money on the Flowerhorn, and he'll probably only live 2 or 3 years. Genetics. Anyway, let's wrap this video up now. So, yeah, that's Stroppy feeding. People have been telling me you don't show enough of Stroppy. And I said earlier, he's my least favourite fish in my collection. Do you know something? I reckon I'm changing my mind now. He's lovely, isn't he? I've got to look after him. Like you say, he's getting big and old, and his tank's only small, so I've got to take good care of him. So shut up waffling woods and let's wrap this video up. Right, we're trying to wrap this video up now. I hope if you've watched it till this stage, I often say that, don't I? If you watched it to this stage, you're one of my superheroes. Because you got to be a cichlid freak to listen to me waffle on for half an hour. Anyway, so that's it. We've done the Flowerhorn, we've done the Haitiensis. If there's any fish in my collection you want me to spotlight or do a video on, just put it in the comment section below. So from me and Wolfie, come up this way, Wolfie. From me and Wolfie, happy fish keeping to you all. Anyway, I forgot to thank all my subscribers and viewers. We're getting close to the 10,000. So thank you for watching. Happy fish keeping to you all. Until next time, ta-ra!